Parents of returning soldier get terrible news after son asks them for an important favor. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. It's no secret that the horrors of war take a very terrible toll on human life. Even those soldiers who survive often return home emotionally scarred in addition to the physical injuries that they may have sustained. These soldiers' families often take on that burden too, and sometimes it's one they're not ready to bear. That was certainly the case with one soldier returning home from a war when he asked his parents if they could do something important for his friend who'd lost an arm and a leg. What they said to him, though, was utterly heartbreaking and ended up teaching them a valuable lesson. Returning home after experiencing the horrors and intensity of war can be extremely difficult for many soldiers. As much of a relief as it may be to escape from a war zone, it can be hard to resume a normal life. As much as the men and women in the armed forces may look forward to reuniting with their families, everything that they went through during their time in the service may have fundamentally changed them. That can present a challenge to the soldiers' families as well. One soldier was on his way home from a brutal tour abroad, and he called his parents after his plane landed in Los Angeles. "Mom, Dad, it's great to hear from you again," he said. "I'm coming home, but I have an important favor to ask." "May I bring a friend home with me?" the soldier asked. "He's a really great guy. I think you're going to like him a lot. We have a lot in common." "Of course, son," his father replied. "We look forward to meeting him." "Thank you," the young man continued, "but I have to tell you something. He was terribly injured. He lost an arm and a leg after stepping on a landmine. I want him to come live with us because there's nowhere else that he can go." "That's very sad, son," said his mother. "I'm sure we could find him some place to live, though." The soldier had to sigh. "No, you don't understand," said the soldier. "I want him to live at home with all of us." "I don't think you understand what you're asking, son," said the father. "It would be a terrible burden for us to have to take care of someone with that kind of disability day in and day out. I'm sure you could understand. Your mother and I both have busy lives, and we sadly cannot allow this to interfere with it," the father continued. "Just come home and don't worry about your friend. I have no doubt that he'll figure something out, somehow." The soldier hung up at that point, and his parents didn't hear from him for a few days. Everything changed, though, when they got a call from the Los Angeles Police Department. In an apparent suicide, their son had died after falling from a tall building. Overcome with grief, the parents rushed to Los Angeles to identify the body at the city morgue. The young man was clearly their son, but they noticed something extremely distressing. He only had one arm and one leg. Clearly, the moral of this story is that we should never turn our backs on those that need our help the most. It's easy to love people when they're healthy, but when that changes, it's even more important to lend our support. Please share this important lesson with your friends below.